Oh, you did it. Okay.
The Soviet Union itself is no more.
The United States military has begun strikes.
Считаю, что для современного мира однополярная модель не только неприемлема, но и вообще невозможна.
Народные республики Донбасса обратились к России с просьбой о помощи. Мною принято решение о проведении специальной военной операции.
Russian military is taking chips from dishwashers and refrigerators to fix their military hardware. Russia's industry is in tatters.
Putin is now isolated from the world more than he has ever been.
Hello and welcome back.
Hello, everyone.
What started off as a World Cup disaster special has quickly turned into a Persian struggle session moderated by me. So I had an entire beautiful intro planned for our beautiful guest, Nima, our lovely, lovely resident sports journalist who we rely on for all things sports, multilingual, based in Sweden, co-host of the Italiano Football Podcast with bylines in all kinds of publications such as Football Italia, To Goal, and Press TV. Spent his career on the European game. Makes fun of me for my fandom and brings something most football writers can't do to today's story, an Iranian background. You may remember him from our previous Iranian episodes. And he has the language to read it from the inside. There may be no bigger story in the sport right now than the one that we're getting into, which is the story of Iran and the tremendous discrimination against other global South teams at the World Cup. But of course, no show would be complete without our Persian Abujan. So I have three beautiful Persian men, all with three different Persian complaints, all in 30 different areas of the world for various reasons. So I'm just going to pretty much hand it off. Go ahead, Chris. We want to hear all about your kvetching.
Well, no, it's not kvetching. It's breaking news now. It's hitting the mainstream media now that I was added to the no-fly list of the United States government. The FBI has added me. The FBI Terrorist Center has added me to the no-fly list. I am not allowed to cross U.S. airspace, and I'm not allowed to even fly over the U.S. now. So as I was traveling to Iran's national team in Mexico, I was invited to go, and I was doing my journalistic duty. As I was getting on the plane in Beijing, the Beijing authorities said, "Whoop, you can't enter the plane." I said, "Why not?" I couldn't get my boarding pass. I said, "What's the problem?" And after 8 hours of waiting, they said, "We're sorry. U.S. authorities said you are a no-fly. You can't go. We can't issue your boarding pass. You're not going to be able to travel." So that was a very big deal. I was on the selectee list for many years, and this is something that I've known about, and I've had to deal with the 4 S's. It's secondary searches, but now I'm on the no-fly list. It said no-fly on my screen there when they put my passport in. So there you go. Again, the Epstein coalition attacks. Of course, it's a small, painful thing for me compared to the suffering of our people, but it's another example that everywhere we go and everything we do, the U.S. is trying to stop us. The Zionists are trying to stop us. The entire Epstein coalition is out there to get us. So it means we're doing some good work. Welcome.
Okay, I have questions. You're an American citizen. You're an American citizen. So what?
Yes.
They're not going to let you back into the country? Is that what's happening?
They're certainly not going to let me fly over the country. They see me as a terrorist threat. So
you can fly back to the United States, but you
And
can't
then
fly
To get arrested.
to get arrested.
Yeah.
But you can't fly over the United States to enter
Correct.
the United States.
Correct.
My head hurts.
I know.
Do you have any guesses as to why? Is this your coverage of Minab? Is this just you in general? Is this your association with people like Alex? Do you have any idea?
I have a hunch that it's a combination of things. It's me going to Iran and my firm support during this war of aggression with Iran and the axis of resistance, coupled with me going to Starobelsk and my firm commitment to the resistance in the Donbass against the Ukrainian fascist regime. Those two things together, that's a cocktail. That's a deadly cocktail for the FBI.
I don't know what to say.
I think it's outrageous, Chris, that the fact that an American citizen can be basically being put on a no-fly zone over their own country.
Yeah.
It's an outrage. I mean,
It
are you allowed to legally, go for some kind of legal recourse for what's happening?
Sure,
Yeah.
there's a process, but the process is extremely dense and convoluted, and they don't have to address the base concerns. For example, I could do a FOIA, a Freedom of Information Act, and ask the FBI or the other government agencies, why am I on this list? They don't have to answer.
Wow. Because it's a matter of national security, I assume, yeah?
Correct.
This is ridiculous. I'm sorry, but I can't take this seriously. This is absolutely bizarre.
I know. And of course, meanwhile, some other people online keep saying that I'm an agent of the US. Of course, if I'm an agent of the US, this is not the way you treat an agent of the US.
Wait, I'm an agent of the US. I'll get you out of trouble. This is perfect.
Well, if you two are agents of the US, can I just say that I think you're both really shit at it?
Truly,
I mean,
they're really rubbish.
Yeah, you suck. You both.
They don't make
suck
them like
at
they
it.
used to, huh?
Exactly. Yeah,
This
exactly.
is just so funny to me that I have all three of you. Haas, who like sneaks back into Iran. Chris, who can't sneak back into his own country, the United States. This is just hilarious. And then Nima in the tundras of Sweden.
Yeah. No, I'm actually, to be honest, on a more like serious note, I was actually offered to go to the United States and cover. And I said, there is no way in hell I am going to that place. Are you insane? Like,
Really?
given what I've been, yeah, I said, there's no way I'm doing that. Given how I've been behaving in the last 24, 36 hours alone, every media outlet I've been on and saying the things I've been, there's no way I'm going to put, like, it's just stupid. I know they're not going to let me in. There's going to be problems. It's just, this is also partly why I was completely against Iran participating in this. Well, its official name is the FIFA World Cup, but I think it should be called the FIFA Epstein Cup because that's all it is. It's not a World Cup. So I'm completely against them going. And now, and everyone in Iran who I've been speaking to in media and so on, and like, no, we have to go, and this is the time we have to go. Now they're kind of understanding. Well, maybe you had a point. Well, you don't go to the United States right now. It's just you don't right now. If you're not, even if you're a citizen like you are, you get treated like shit. Sarah, you've been treated like shit. Scott, what's his name? Scott Ritter was treated. I mean, Larry. I mean, it's just non-stop.
Yeah,
What
but
are your thoughts, Oz?
my thoughts are that it's the national team, 11 players or more than 11 players, but it's mostly about 11 to 13 players went out there, spilled their guts out to represent their country. And I find that it's disgusting that this administration has just chosen, because it can't win a battle on the field of battle, because it can't win the battle in propaganda, because everyone now hates America, everyone hates Israel, and the people that are causing that hatred now and not allowing them to move on is Iran. So, it's literally the pettiest of pettiest things that you can do, and you're ruining, the World Cup. The World Cup has always been something that's very special. It's brought a lot of humanity together. I mean, literally, it's the game that everyone loves and everyone watches it. It's got worldwide 5 billion people that watch the World Cup, and now we've got this ape just turning it into some political ball game where they get to abuse the Iranian football team for no reason other than, they murdered 168 kids and they've not been able to get away with it. And Iran is holding them to account in the field of battle. And, Iran's done nothing wrong here. Iran won the championship of Asia and won its points and beat everyone else, or, the Asian teams, and qualified. And they should be allowed to represent on equal footing. It's disgusting that they have to fly in the morning, and it's about a 6-hour process to get on the plane, fly there, get off the plane, pick up your bags, then make your way to the stadium, play a game, and then get kicked out of the country. It's, and meanwhile, Belgium, New Zealand, and Egypt are all sitting in 5-star hotels, half an hour away from the football stadium, and Iranians are having to fly in and fly out. Do you know what? Most Americans, when they truly find out what's happening here, are just going to be disgusted by the behavior of this administration and the Israelis that are behind them. I could go on forever, so I'll shut up.
You're going to be able to. You're going to have that opportunity. I have a tinfoil hat theory that this whole World Cup debacle has put my tinfoil hat on even tighter. But I want to start at the beginning. So we know that the World Cup bid was 2018, right? The United States beat out Morocco at the FIFA Congress in Moscow, and they'll host the bulk of the matches. 78 of the 104 matches will be in the United States. How did the United States end up with this World Cup, Nima? And why do you think they wanted to host it so badly? It was obviously during Trump won, and now we're having the bid was secured, and now we're having the games during Trump too.
That's an incredibly important point that you just made, because for me, this entire shit show, this entire mess is all on FIFA and Gianni Infantino, because they're the hosts. The key point here is that the bidding process was during Trump 1, his first administration, because in 2017, Gianni Infantino, the FIFA president, said during the first Trump administration, when he was imposing his travel bans back then, and there was this worry about, well, if the United States gets the World Cup, what's going to happen? This is what he said. Teams that qualify for a World Cup need to have access to the country, otherwise there is no World Cup. That's obvious. We're now in the process of defining the bid requirements. In the world, there are many countries who have bans, travel bans, visa requirements, and so on and so forth. It's obvious when it comes to FIFA competitions, any team, including the supporters and officials of that team who qualify for a World Cup, need to have access to the country, otherwise there is no World Cup. The requirements will be clear, and then each country can make up the decision whether they want to bid or not based on the requirements. That's his words in 2017, before the World Cup was awarded to the United States. And then in 2025, he added, everyone will be welcome in Canada, Mexico, and the United States for the FIFA World Cup next year. There's a process to go through and to get visas. This process will be smooth. It's clear that he's been lying all along. And the reason he's been lying is because, well, frankly, you know, he's been doing it because he's lining his own and FIFA's pockets. I'm going to be frank and say it. He's down on both hands and knees, shoving golden shekels where in every orifice and every pocket that he can fill up. That's what he's doing. It's disgusting. And the way that he has perverted, I mean, it's not like FIFA was exactly the squeaky cleaning organization before him. But there are levels, as we say in Sweden, there are various degrees of heat and hell. This guy, what he's done to FIFA is he's literally turned it into a PR wing, the sports PR wing of the Epstein class. I mean, let's remember this grinning idiot when he was standing there during the Board of Peace in Gaza, when he, together with the rest of the bloodthirsty hyenas, were going to carve up Gaza amongst themselves and turn it into hotels and casinos. He was standing there, rubbing his hands like a little rat-faced weasel he is, waiting to get a cut of the cake. I mean, we've never seen anything like this. And he was elected after the previous administration at FIFA to take away the corruption. We've never seen anything like it.
Nima, can I ask you a quick question? Has there ever been any FIFA president or leadership in the FIFA since the time dot where there hasn't been some form of corruption?
Not in my lifetime. I was born in 1981. So, but I mean, like I said, there are levels to this game. At least Sepp Blatter, Joao Havelange, and these other people had the decency to hide it and not do it so blatantly. This guy is literally just in your face about it. I mean, again, we've never seen anything like this. He invented a fucking peace prize to give to Donald Trump to massage his ego. We all saw it. I mean, I've never seen anything like this. This makes the Olympics in 1936 in Hitler's Germany look like a walk in the park by comparison. It's never been this bad. We've never seen anything like this.
I do have the ridiculous video, and I'm going to post it because I want Nima to crash out maybe. But if we all remember, Trump was pretty much begging for a Nobel Peace Prize. So we got a consolation prize.
FIFA, the Fédération Internationale de Football Association, awards the 2025 FIFA Peace Prize, Football Unites the World, to Donald J. Trump, President of the United States of America, in recognition of his exceptional and extraordinary actions to promote peace and unity around the world. Friday, December 5th, 2025. This is the certificate. It's yours.
Thank you very much. This is truly one of the great honors of my life. And beyond awards, Johnny and I were discussing this. We saved millions and millions of lives.
I don't know what to tell you.
I don't
Listen,
everybody's just speechless.
I'm lost for words.
No, but
Literally,
like I remember when that aired. My feeling was it's like making Tony Soprano Attorney General. It's like it's to say that the Corleone family is in charge of the Nevada Gaming Commission. It's just I don't even know what to say anymore. Like it's
Nima,
just,
don't go against the family like that. Never.
Never.
Against the family. Never.
well, yeah, I mean, yeah, and he is Fredo for all intents and purposes, even though he thinks he's Michael. But no, listen. This is Gianni. Let's remember who Gianni Infantino is. If you got the clip of that, this is the man who 4 years ago in Qatar, after the collective pearl clutching of the Western media apparatchiks about gay rights and this rights and human rights and all of that, sat and thought this was a good idea for him to sit and say, today I feel disabled, today I feel black, today I feel gay, today I feel this, today I feel that, because he was thinking that he was showing solidarity, and then had the brass neck to say that when he was a kid he was bullied because he was ginger. Like, I mean, this is the level of callousness and ridiculousness that we're dealing with. You can't, like, we live in an era where it is impossible. It's putting comedians out of work. You can't make a parody out of this. There's no way you can make this any funnier than it is. It's just, it's impossible to make a parody out of it. It's not a good funny, though.
We laugh because you guys are Persians, I'm Slavic, and we're the type of people who just kind of laugh at, like, even tragedy, even just, you're just like, I have to laugh to keep from crying. I don't even know. It's just so, but I want to ask both of you.
How do you make a parody of this? How do you make a parody?
This is the parody. They're making a parody. That's my theory. But don't spoil my theory. I want to ask both of you. Well, all three of you. In March, Iran's sports minister said the team couldn't possibly play after the martyrdom of the Ayatollah. What changed inside the country? Because even now, and I asked you guys before the show, and I even asked Nima, I asked a few Iranians, and I know Iranians even going to the game that I'm going to. Before I bought tickets to the game that I'm going to attend, I asked if it was even appropriate or if I should boycott it. And most said, no, go and support the team. And whatever. What changed and made them decide to participate in the World Cup, even despite all of this?
Well, there's one of us here in Iran.
Yeah, Haz.
Yeah. So what I can say to you is we got the news of Agha's death on the 1st of I think it's called March. He was killed on the 28th, and this is the 102nd day, and he hasn't been buried yet, and his burial is going to be in the next 10 to 15 days, the 10th day of Muharram. I can happily say to you that I have worn a black shirt like I'm wearing right now since that day, and I'm not taking my black shirt off. I'm not taking my black clothes off until the 9th of October. And the reason it's 9th of October, because it's that many days for him and all of his family, 1 day per person, one for every day, for every child that was killed in Minab, and one for every high-level ranking general that was killed on the first day. They're literally the first strike that killed all of these people, added up to me taking my clothes from black to any other color I want on the 9th of October. That's the date that I'll take it off. And the thing is, Iranian people are really so emotional about Agha. We are so emotional about losing him. And when the way we lost him in the sense that everyone turned around and said, he's a rat, he's going to be hiding in a tunnel. And, he turned around and said, to Dr. Ali Larijani, who came to him and said, look, we need to take you away. We need to protect you. We need to put you in a bunker. And he turned around and said, okay, but can you put the other 93 million people in a bunker? And they said, no, we can't. So he just turned around and said, well, in that case, I'm going to go about my business as normal, because it's not fair for me to have that privilege of living longer than anybody else. The whole country has been in mourning for 102 days. Literally, the country is in mourning. Every day we go out, every day people are asking for the blood for the vengeance for his blood. Still to this day, why this government is sitting there talking about ceasefire. The Iranian people in the squares are saying, we don't want a ceasefire. And they want blood for what's happened. And the reason I'm saying all of this is because now we're coming into Muharram. Muharram is Imam Hussein's days. It's the 40 days. And the whole country has already been mourning anyway for 102 days. And what's to add another 10 days till he gets buried? So for us, let's let the football go forward, because I don't know what it is. I think the Iranian team's going to do really well. And I think that the fact that they're playing, the fact that they're representing a nation that's under the gun of two, nuclear powers, and the players have been put up against the wall, but being isolated away from all the other people in a different country, in, out, as I said before, it makes the perfect underdog story for us as Iranians. And we believe in the underdog story, as do normal Americans, as do normal Brits. And, it's the story of the little guy that punches up. It's the story of David against Goliath. And I don't know why, but I've just got a feeling in my heart that Iran is going to do really well, and it's going to lift the spirits of the nation. And that's what I want to see. I want to see Iran have its spirit lifted from these games. That's how I feel. I just feel optimistic about it. And maybe this is our time, even with everything that's been put up against them. These 11 boys are going to go out there and make me and 93 other million Iranians in Iran proud, and millions of Iranians around the world as well. Sorry I took a bit longer, but I just wanted you to feel the intensity of the emotion that I have, and I promise you it's the same with many other Iranians.
Continue to take all the time you need. You guys we'd have plenty of time. But go ahead, Chris, did you want to say something?
I actually am going to jump off really quick because our beloved George Galloway just called me. I'm going to call him back and I'll be back on in a second.
Yeah, take your time. So, Nima, so let's talk more about what is going on, more further discrimination against the Iranian team, as well as others, but most obviously against the Iranian team, who's now being forced to be based in Mexico. I want to show some clips from this. Here's the Iranian team arriving.
Thank you.
So I am not an avid World Cup person, but this is the first time I've ever seen a team having to spend their time outside of the host country. Has this ever happened in history? And Haas, to you as well, what is the reaction of the people in country?
Well, sorry, go.
Go ahead, Nima. It's fine, mate.
No, I just wanted to basically address your first point about what changed and why Iran decided to participate. I mean, it's important to stress here that Iran can't just pull out of a tournament. Like, had they pulled out unilaterally, FIFA would have suspended them, fined them, and banned them. They have that right. Like, it's within the FIFA statute. And also, so they had to find that they couldn't. They really found themselves in a really difficult situation for the Iranian FA, that is the Football Association. So they couldn't just do that. However, what they did do was that they drew up a list of 10 demands because there was the FIFA Congress in Vancouver in April, where the Iranian president, Mehdi Taj, the FA president rather, and the delegation, they had valid visas.
You're muted.
You muted yourself by accident with your hands.
Yeah, you're waving your hand. Persian.
Yeah, sorry.
I slam my mic sometimes. It's so
sorry about that. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
So basically, the Iranian the FIFA Congress in April in Vancouver, where the Iranian FA's president, Mehdi Taj, and the Iranian delegation, they ended up, despite having valid visas, they ended up in a confrontation with Canadian immigration, right? And that was at the behest of the Trump administration, because he'd already threatened the men's team a month earlier. and then had to walk it back because that's what he does. But so there's been this tension between FIFA and the Iranian FA, and the Iranian FA drew up a list of 10 demands saying these have to be met, otherwise we can't participate. And that included security concerns, and also the Iranian flag being the only one that's waved, the Iranian national anthem. And this is on the back of the Asian Cup where the women participated in Australia, where they were harassed and they were attacked by these so-called Iranian monarchists, or as I call them, the cuck prince cultists of LA, who rammed their cars into the women's team bus, harassed them in the airport, at the supermarkets, hotel lobbies, and so on. So the Iranian FA had valid concerns, security concerns, and they couldn't just pull out, like I said. So it was very, very difficult for the Iranian FA. They really found themselves in a really difficult position, and they really, really did their best to try to resolve this as best they could. But now, of course, we see this mess where, they're in Mexico, and they're not too upset about being in Mexico because Tijuana is closer to LA than Tucson, Arizona is, where they were supposed to be to begin with. And they're happy about it because it's a very good place with good, they've got good, facilities to train. They're happy to be there. It's much more calmer. And the entire team that asked for visas and the entire crew is there. It's the only concern now is, despite the people who got the visa, because 15 members of the Iranian delegation didn't get a visa to go to the United States, the concern now is, despite them having visas, and they have to be at the stadium 24 hours before. That's a FIFA protocol. So they have to train at the stadium, they have to do the press conferences, all of those things. The concern now is, will the US immigration let them in without hassle? The Iranians are pissed off as it is, pardon my French. They are angry enough as it is. If there's going to be some monkey business they're going to lose their shit. I'm still not convinced that Iran ends up playing these games as a result of this.
Wow.
This is where we are. It's a full circus.
I do have a cute story from the Iranian national football team to kind of bring a little levity. You guys will enjoy this. Let me know if I really messed up the translation, but I hope I got it.
خودشون این کارتلای اصلیشون اونجا هن و البته میدونید که من نمیدونم چه واقعیت داره، یعنی که اتفاقا کارتلا با ایرانی‌ها رو خیلی دوست دارن. به خدا نمیدونم دلیلش چیه. دلیلش رو توضیح نداد، ولی میگم کارتلا ایرانی‌ها رو دوست دارن. آره.
این نکته
ما درگیر این داستان شدیم.
بچه‌ها کرجه.
ما درگیر این داستان شدیم چون ما چند روزی رفتیم تولوم، بعد یه روزی جلوی ما رو گرفتن. بعد کلا صورتشون رو پوشونده بودن. آره ما تو ماشین بودیم، جلوی ما رو گرفتن. بعد ما رو پیاده کردن گفتن دستو بذاری رو ماشین. دست ما گذاشتیم رو ماشین، شروع کردن گشتن. خب ما میدونستیم که نباید چیزی با خودمون ببریم، واقعا هیچی نداشتیم. حالا ما جفتمون از هلند پرواز کرده بودیم. بعد اینا ما رو میگشتن. بعد اینی که داشت با من چیز میکرد، داشت منو میگشت، هی میگفتش که کجایید، هی میگفتش که کانتری. بعد ما گفتیم هلند. بعد اون دوستم که داشت میگشتش گفت علی بگو ایران. آره هی میگفت بگو ایران، اینا با ایران خوبه. بعد دوستم بنیامینو داشت میگشت. بعد گفتش که کجایی؟ گفتش که ایران. بعد یهو خندید گفت ایران، خب بیا برو. خدا گفت فقط پول چی داری؟ گفت 30 یورو داریم. 30 یورو رو گرفتیم فرستادن. آره به خاطر این من فکر میکنم ما
اوکی پس کم اوکیه اونجا بچه‌ها آهنگ.
I love that clip so much. He said, I hear the
I've
Cardinals.
lost the sound.
Leave it, come back.
I'll be right back.
Yep. Yeah. But Nima, I guess you caught the best parts of that clip. So funny. But at least they're making the best of it in Mexico. And everybody in America knows Mexicans show out when it's time to host people. So at least they're not stuck in Canada. Could be worse. They'll be stuck in Canada with anarchists.
It could be. I mean, I got to be honest with you. I was very happy when it was announced that they were going to be in Tijuana, because first of all, they don't need to be as long in Mexico, in the United States as possible, and also because of the most toxic diaspora in the history of diaspora, these lunatics in LA. And also, like you said, Canada, because if we're talking like toxic Iranian diaspora, the the last level boss are the LA ones, and then you have the Toronto ones, and then you like go down from there. They're all horrible people, but at least they don't have to deal with them as much as they do. But yeah, listen. When they arrived in Mexico, it was really nice to see how well they were treated, greeted. Everyone's relaxed, everyone's happy, they're enjoying themselves. We've seen lots of videos. I'm sure you've got them coming up as well of them meeting with kids and fans. So that was actually really funny. And yeah, the whole cartel thing is hilarious. Like, because I saw another clip with that guy interviewing. He interviewed the Iranian FA. And the president, Mehdi Taj, is an elderly man, and he was making those cartel jokes to him, and he didn't know how to read. He was smiling, and he was trying to just be professional about it. It was very, very, very funny. But yeah.
Funny story. But they're not the only team that's experiencing a severe amount of, I guess to call it discrimination. I think it's more that it's in some cases I think it's ignorance, but in most cases I think it's deliberate. But here is the Senegalese team arriving. As sad as this is to see, I'm not that shocked about it, given where they landed and the fact that nobody was prepped for this at all. And there's probably, but this one is the one that I find incredibly enraging. And then Nima, I want you to give our viewers some context behind this.
Está enfrente a Países Bajos. Ahí está llegando Uzbekistán. Tiene al jugador del City, ¿no? A ver.
Security. Mira, perros. Le huelen la equipación a todo.
Ahora le tenés que dar el bolsito.
Increíble.
As you can see, they're being searched by the police, metal detectors, handhelds, and dogs. As she says, the El Perro, the dog is searching them. Who is in that video? I know that's the Uzbekistan team.
Yes, that is the Uzbekistan national team. They're not at the airport. They're actually going to play a friendly outside near the stadium against the Netherlands. That is the person without the hair nowadays is former Ballon d'Or winner, the former captain of the Italy national team that raised the World Cup trophy for Italy in 2006, Fabio Cannavaro, who played for Juventus, who played for Real Madrid, who played for Inter. He's being hounded with a dog sniffing up his butt like he's a drug mule. It's just, I don't even know where to begin with this. Like, where are we? What planet is this?
I was shocked to see it. I didn't want to say the name and mess it up or get anything out of context, but I knew of his stature when I saw it. I was like, what is happening? Like, this is out of the realm of deliberate. This is out of the realm of ignorance. This is like full on disrespect. And then we have the other story of the Somali ref who was voted the Africa's #1 ref or best ref of Africa. He was rejected from the country entirely. Here's his welcome home. So as you can see, actually receiving the welcome he deserved. This one's interesting to me because of the geopolitical implications of this one. So the referee is obviously Omar. Last name? I forget.
Yeah, I think his name is Omar Artan.
Artan, Abdul Qadir, yeah. Omar Abdul Qadir Artan from Somalia. And he receiving his hero's welcome home after being denied entrance into the United States of Africa's best ref. People are saying his ties to terrorist cells. That is untrue. There was a tweet that he made about being anti-Zionist, anti-Israeli, which the Americans translated into anti-Jew. But to add more context to this, his country is being ripped apart by the United States and Israel to recognize Somaliland, where they fund terrorism to break up the country. It's also incredibly rich. What are your thoughts on the ordeal with Omar and the sort of disrespect of the actual institution of, because this is someone who enforces the rules of FIFA. This isn't just a player.
No, he's a referee. Sorry, he's a referee. Like, he's one of FIFA's best. He's one of Africa's best referees. He was handpicked by FIFA to be at the World Cup and officiate games. I mean, this is disgraceful at a level that I've never seen anything like this. And the fact that Rudy Giuliani's misfit son is the one that has to deliver the news. Did you see that? I don't know his name, but I didn't even know that Rudy Giuliani had a son for the Trump administration, much less the one who delivered the news that he was a
he's very, very not nice to look at. Okay, yeah. guys, go Google Andrew Giuliani and suffer alongside me. But go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, literally, when I saw that, I was like, the maggot-ridden apple did not fall far from the termite-infested tree. I mean, it's just unbelievable to look at this. And he's the one who talks about national security threats of one of the best referees in Africa, who FIFA handpicked. I don't remember. This has never happened before, that you do this to a referee. I'm astonished by this.
How did your call go, Chris? Uncle George, okay?
It went very well. George is very concerned about me. I told him not to worry. Everything's
you're in the best place in the world. You're in Beijing.
No, of course. But you know, I don't know. Like, I'm thinking about this referee in our conversation, and I'm just thinking about it's the referee, it's the team, it's me, it's fans, it's support staff, it's everyone is affected, and it goes back to what Nima and Amujan were saying earlier, which was that sadly you see the politicization of FIFA and the World Cup, and as Nima said, it's the FIFA Epstein Cup, really. You know, sadly, it's not. It doesn't have. Listen, sports historically are about, and I know this because the Olympics, Greece, the other side of me, Iran, Greece. Woo. So,
they're going to ruin the Olympics soon too. Yeah, till 2028.
I know it's coming, but you know, Jimmy Carter ruined the Olympics because, listen, okay, you disagree with Soviet Union, but those athletes have nothing to do with the politics.
Exactly.
They're going to compete, and they're going for the love of the sport. And sports are about friendship, solidarity, unity. They're about that brotherhood and sisterhood that you create in these sporting events. Why politicize them like this? And the reason why they do that, just like by the way, you know, this Israeli soccer team, that they're fans, they're hooligans. What's the one? It's
the ultras.
Maccabi. Yeah,
yes.
I think Maccabi.
Yes.
Yeah, Maccabi.
Yeah. They're crazy.
Mm-hmm.
They're crazy. They kill people.
One of the most racist fan bases you can ever. I mean, they literally just sing the most disgusting things known to man about killing Arabs, killing black people, and so on and so on. They're really.
Well, what happened to them in Holland? They got served up.
That's true. That's true, 100%.
So but they met some North Africans that said "Salam alaikum." That's true. Because they're very good. They're very good when they're 100 against 2, but 1-on-1 or even 3 of them against one guy, like in Thailand, they get smashed to pieces.
It's true. You're not wrong. But you know, I really think that we need to emphasize. And this is why I think that also the Iranian team being there is good as a symbol. Yes, of course, we say, okay, sorry for my cursing, fuck this FIFA World Cup, blah, blah, blah. But the team allows for some hope, especially amongst the young people, amongst people who are suffering. They're going to look on the TV and they're going to say, Iran is also on the pitch, you know? Iran is there. So in that way, absolutely. All of us here, we can think about it in an intellectual way, in an activist way, but at the basic core, your average person just wants to be proud of their nation, whether it's lunching, Khorramshahr missiles, or
Penalty
whether
kicks.
it's watching them on the pitch, you know?
I don't think you should be talking about that on your YouTube channel.
You know what? At this point, I don't give a shit anymore, you know?
I think you should.
Well, Khorramshahr is a city in Iran. What are you talking about?
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah.
What are you on about? It's just a city. He's talking about
that
traveling
city
to Khorramshahr.
that city, Khorramshahr, that travels at the speed of Mach 5 or whatever it is.
I know.
It's a fast city.
It's a very fast
People,
city.
but people walk quickly in that city. Come on.
Mach 5 to Mach 15, depending on the variant. Yeah,
exactly. And then one person becomes 80 people. It's a whole family event. It's a whole big thing. Don't worry about it. Forget about it.
Nima, what I want you to do is I need you to, because you're a sports broadcaster, you need to come up with something that will motivate people to support Iran, to help Iran, because they're the party that's been hard done by here. And I know that you're one hell of a smart guy, because I've come across you and I've followed you for years now, ever since Gaza. We need to come up with something that allows the Iranians, not actually the Iranians, but the rest of the world, to turn around and look at what Donald Trump has done and what his administration is doing to Iran in this FIFA World Cup. I think it's something that needs some brainstorming. I don't know. We need to come up with something.
I've given this some thought, and I'm glad you mentioned that, because I have been thinking about what to do just on social media, because I know that there's so many people in the US. I was part of a group of journalists, international journalists, who I was part of a group of international journalists who wanted to boycott the World Cup and the Olympics, and everyone is talking about the boycott. But I think it's also, now that it's actually happening, I think it's important to do something on social media. And I'm thinking, a massive global solidarity campaign to the Iranian football team, who are not being given the same chances to compete. I mean, the Iranian national team coach, Amir Qalanoui, said when they arrived to Mexico that, look, we probably needed 10, 12 days to get used to the environment and all of that, but we're not being, we can't do that. We only were given our visas a week ago. And so I'm thinking of some sort of social media campaign where everybody films themselves and essentially says that, I'm Iranian, literally 15 seconds to film, and you just read you say something like, they want to hide and discriminate against Iranians. They want to make Iranians invisible and isolated, but football belongs to everyone, not just politicians. And then, you say, my name is Nima and I'm from Sweden, and at this World Cup I am Iranian, and then you use a hashtag.
I like that.
And then use a hashtag, and then you use a hashtag I am Iranian, and then you tag three other friends, and they record that, and then they tag 3 other friends as well.
Let's
you make
get
it go
script.
viral that way. Yeah.
Like a general, I am, and this World Cup,
yeah.
I am Iranian, and this is why, or I'm Iranian, and this is why.
That's the same as the ice bucket thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
exactly. The ice bucket thing was cringe. This is good and hard.
No. But the point is, it's like a cascade, though, isn't it? It's like you get.
You could also put a 168 in there, because I think it's important to point out that the players are playing or wearing lapels that say 168. There's an homage to the girls at the games, et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, I think that's I actually just ordered I ordered 50 Iranian flags. So wait till I get my flags and my scarf, and then I'll make my I am Iranian video. I'd be honored to be Iranian. Well, I had to get all my stuff for the game. See, this is
Are you going to the game?
Yes, and here's why. Okay, they took away the Iranian fans' tickets. This is why I was incredibly conflicted, because obviously every team gets an allotment for their fans, and they took away the Iranian ones. And I was not going to go to the game at all. I was conflicted, and then I decided today, when I found out that they took away the tickets and they released them, because I talked to Nima and I talked to a few others about what their thoughts were. Are we boycotting this thing? Are we going in solidarity with Iran? And if the tickets were supposed to be with an Iranian fan, then hell, I'll just go and be an Iranian fan like I would on my couch anyway. It's around the corner from my house. It's not that far. I want to go and see what the Iranian diaspora thinks and feels. It's more of an opportunity to kind of ask people about it and then cheer for Iran inside. And it's a once in a lifetime opportunity. And plus the tickets are incredibly cheap because they took away all the tickets. It's horrible. I mean, look, I was talking to Nima before the show. 180,000 tickets have hit the resale market.
Oh
there were,
how,
I think,
how much are the tickets?
I wish I could show. I would show you where I see. I'm basically on the pitch for $300.
That's good. That's
Not
good.
bad at all.
Yeah, that's actually good for World. Yeah, that's actually good for a World Cup.
Right.
That's actually pretty good. But listen, I actually think now if you have
they showed, they said, oh, we're releasing 12,000 tickets today, made it a big news thing. Everybody's like, oh, that's great. And then they saw they're all the Iran games because they took away the tickets.
Because they took away the ones that the Iranian FA had been allotted to. And again, so many Iranians had bought tickets and paid for flights and hotels, and that money's gone up, vanished now. And it's just an absolute mess. But I think now that they did that, I think there's a reason. And if you want to talk about conspiracy theories, well, I've got my own conspiracy theory. And I think the reason they did that, they took away the tickets, is because the fact that 2 of the games are going to be played in Los Angeles. And again, that's ground zero for the toxic lizards who call themselves Iranian diaspora, who wave Israeli flags. And I think the reason they did that is they wanted to create a shit show. So if there's nobody there who is an Iranian patriot or wants to support Iran, actually support Iran, they're going to bring their lizards in there so they can create a shit show. And I think it's more important than ever that people who actually aren't part of the lizard humanoids go there and show their support to the Iran national team.
I think what you've said about the I am Iranian thing could actually translate really well into people from all over the world. If you can get the right people to start off the cascade, it might encourage ordinary Americans, ordinary everybody to turn around and say, you know what, for today I'm going to be an Iranian. And for that, they could literally, no matter how many of these Israelis they put in there, Israeli Iranians, if there's like 10,000 people that decide, they're not happy with what Trump is doing, because I think the sentiment against the Trump administration, I think, am I right in saying he's got about 72% of the people that disagree with him? He's got 36% approval rating, 5% don't care or something. And with those kind of numbers, there's going to be people that want to come there and, put one in his eyeball, basically, because he's getting booed everywhere he goes. This could be an opportunity for people to turn around and say, I'm an Iranian, just to wind up the administration, which would be cool as hell. So I think, I love it. I wish, that I had you in my brainstorming sessions when I was working as a contracts manager or a project manager, that you can come off the fly like that with an idea like that, with those kind of words. That's amazing, mate. That's amazing.
It also helps to counteract what we saw, which is that I'm Persian, not Muslim. You remember this whole thing?
I'm not Iranian. I am Persian. They'll say, I'm not Iranian.
I'm Persian.
I am not Arab. I am Persian.
I am not Muslim. I am Persian. Oh God! And the people doing it are always like, dude,
they're always Jews. Yeah, we know you're not Muslim. You're Jewish.
Yeah, but it's not just that. I don't want to be racist, but like, it's always like, dude, you literally look Indian to me. Like, what are you talking about? What do you like? Do you not have a mirror near you? Like, have you even looked in the mirror? Like, I'm in a bunch of group chats with other Iranians, and we like, I don't call them that, but a friend of mine calls these Pahlavi people. He calls them Pahlajits. He's like, they're Pahlajits. He's like. And I'm like, okay, that's a bit, but like, it's always them. I'm sorry, it's like, he calls them Pahlajits. He's like, it's like, dude, what are you on about? Like, you're not white. Have you looked in the mirror? Like, stop pretending. Not that it matters, but you know what I mean? It's just the whole thing becomes like a parody of itself.
I have a video of Goldie in my phone. Like, she's the video of her going like, where she's like talking about how Trump gets, oh my God. She's like, don't despair. Trump loves Pahlavi. Oh, it's so amazing.
Oh, yeah, totally. Totally.
So maybe it is a good thing that the Iranians are staying in Mexico. Maybe it's good for their safety.
Now listen.
yeah,
I really
true.
want to ask Amujan, what's going on the ground now? I was in Iran. Then you went a couple weeks later. What's on the ground now? What's happening?
I mean, I feel completely out of, I don't hear anything. Apparently, Karaj got bombed, and I slept through it. I think people don't understand how big Iran is. Iran is just like, it's the same size as Germany, Spain. I always say this in all the spaces and everything, but it's the same size as Germany, France, Spain, Britain, Holland, Belgium, and like half of Italy. It's like 1,600 or 1.6 million square miles. So imagine, if you will, someone bombs Mallorca and I'm living in Berlin. And I don't hear nothing. And literally I've got to wait for the news to hit. There's no news. It's a huge continent, and it's mountains, and it's just, and I don't think there's enough munitions in the world, yeah, to be able to destroy the city of Tehran on its own. And the reason I say that is I basically have been driving around for 23 days, and I can't see any damage. And the only time I see damage is when a friend of mine goes, "Oh, by the way, look, that was bombed." I'm going, "That's it." And it's just literally like a small area that's been bombed. And 95% of every single building that could be repaired was finished repaired, I think, last Wednesday. So there's no buildings there's buildings that have been total damaged, and those can't be repaired. But everything else has been rebuilt and repaired for nothing by the municipality. So all the glass, all the windows and everything has just been replaced by the municipality. No one's paid a penny for it. And can I just add one thing? It's slightly off topic, but it's not really. But Israel has been hiding the fact how much damage it's taken from the Iranian missiles and everything else. But the tax accounts department or something came out, and they said that there was like 30,000 applications for insurance payments for buildings, vehicles, and those things are not covered under private insurance. They're covered by war insurance that the government's held responsible for. And there's 28,400 or 30,000 odd for the applications for insurance from them. And the important one is there was 18,400 applications for buildings that cannot be used again, which means they've got to be destroyed. And then they sit there and go on about how in 39 days, Iran didn't do anything to them. It sounds like Iran did a lot more than what you did, because you got to bear in mind, Israel is the same footprint as my shoe in comparison to a living room when you're talking about size. So the amount of bombs that hit Israel will do a lot more damage in comparison to the bombs that they're hitting in this living room, because that living room can have a whole load of bombs go into it and it will dent one place, but it won't do it everywhere. I don't know. I just don't think they're able to do the things that are happening to them. Sorry, I've gone off topic.
Wow,
no. You're spot on.
Mm-hmm. Anyway,
now
let's get back to football.
Football? Okay. I have more happy stuff. I have more happy football stuff because it's not all bad. Most Americans are terrible, but there's a good amount that aren't. And so I found I was telling people yesterday, I don't sad cry, I only happy cry. I really do. I happy cry almost every day, thank God. But this is what got me yesterday. There's this pocket of people in Algeria. First of all, it pissed me off at first because I can't even get a shawarma or like makhlub or anything where I live, but there's a whole Algerian diaspora sitting out in Kansas for some reason, but that's neither here nor there. I have no ethnicities around me, and there's a whole North African diaspora in the Midwest. But the people of Kansas went really far out of their way to try to make the Algerians feel welcome after the Algerians chose to stay in Lawrence. And here's some really adorable footage of that.
Algeria, and what's the idea you have about Algeria? So I want to say thank you to Team Algeria for choosing our hometown, Lawrence, Kansas, to come here. And so welcome to United States, welcome to Kansas.
Okay. What do you know about Algeria, and what's the thing make you to come to support Algeria?
So I came mainly because I was so happy that they chose our town for their base camp. And we just know Algeria is on the Mediterranean Sea, and then the south part is in the Sahara Desert. But and we know that you gained independence from France kind of around the time I was born. So we don't know too much, but we want to welcome you here.
What about you?
Well,
what do you want to say about Algeria, and like, what do you have idea about Algeria?
Well, yeah, the only idea I have is so far everybody here has been very friendly and very welcoming, and I'm really glad Algeria is going to be here. And 1, 2, 3, vive l'Algérie!
So at least another team is having a nice time. I really love that.
That's so wholesome, and also that's so video, and that's what the World Cup is about, and that's one of the reasons I'm so angry. Is the last 12 months have like when I grew up, the reason I wanted to become a football journalist was not partly because the first football game I watched was an Inter Milan game, and I fell in love with Italy, but it was also the World Cup, the way that you used to, collect these Panini sticker books, and you used to learn about other countries and places and names, and this orangutan has ruined it, and his human walking, talking dildo, Gianni Infantino, the little rat, they've ruined that for everybody. And it's just, I'm so angry because this is gonna be the first big World Cup. It's an expanded World Cup. More people have joined, and they've ruined it. They've absolutely ruined it. And it's just, I'm so annoyed, mainly angry because of that. They've ruined the World Cup because that's what it's about. People from different cultures. I mean, Algeria's in Kansas City. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, it's adorable. It's amazing, and it's adorable. It's wholesome. It's nice. It's nice watching people come together, and they've just destroyed all of it.
That's my theory, and that's what I want to ask all of you. So we've kind of in America, at least the outside of the world.
Sarah, I want to just add one very quick thing. Can I just say that Algeria is one of those countries that has completely boycotted Israel. No Israelis are allowed into that country, and I'm so proud of that country because they have been a member of the Arab League, and they're one of like next to nothing countries that have just gone no Israel. Just no to anything, Israel. Sarah, please carry on. Sorry. I love
and they've done it in a way that was politically astute and smart enough. Well, I shouldn't say smart enough, but they've done it in a way to not draw the ire of the Americans. And they've been able to go and still sort of bring this sort of unity. And Algeria, of all, like, just not that they're a bad place, that's that it's random. I'm like, Algeria is bringing Kansas City out in the streets and together. Okay, that's random, but I think that's kind of what makes it so beautiful, and kind of despite everything that's going on. And that's, so again, inside America, they're finally coming to the realization. You guys outside of America, obviously Chris included, have all known this for decades, if not longer, that of the uniparty system. There's one party here. Presidential elections, at least in my entire lifetime, have been either completely fixed or influenced. At least after 2000, they've been all fixed, right? So we know that Donald Trump wins the election for Trump 1. He does all of these bids, gets FIFA, gets World Cup, or gets the Olympics, gets World Cup. Here they're hosting rugby. They're doing all this other bull crap. But that all occurs in Trump 2 or later. He doesn't win the 2020 election. Biden lets in all these immigrants, et cetera, causes all these other conditions to whatever. Then Trump 2 comes around. And now he's hosting the World Cup, and he's taking these things. We know from watching Israel, they love to destroy things that people enjoy, or things that bring people who are different together. They destroy your history. They destroy things that embrace this positive nostalgia. They've destroyed things like Mount Hermon. They've destroyed the road to Damascus, things that build, that type is some sort of incredibly profound solidarity and those sorts of examples. This isn't as profound, but it still is. This is another way for them to destroy something that humanity collectively loves and to ruin it for almost good. This will leave a tarnish on the World Cup forever. It will never be the same. People will never feel the same way about it. And here we go. Tighten your tinfoil hat. Just bear with me. If you read Maurice Samuel's You Gentiles, there is an entire chapter about how sports don't make sense to Jews and how they hate that we love them. An entire chapter is dedicated to it. And watching this World Cup has made me completely go back and reread that chapter about why they don't like sports and they don't like this type of behaviors it brings out in us, which is the camaraderie, the sportsmanship, physical fitness, all of it.
All those things that they lack.
Exactly. And he says it even in the book. He says, we don't understand this. We don't get it. What is this crap? We don't like it. And this just kind of reminded me of all of that. I feel like he wasn't supposed to win in 2020 because he wouldn't have been able to do things like this. He wouldn't have been able to do the genocide in Gaza to its full extent. He wouldn't have been able to bomb Iran. He wouldn't have been able to ruin the World Cup and soon the Olympics. I think this is all being done on purpose. Maybe that's too out of the realm of possibility, but it just feels so deliberate looking at the World Cup. Nothing is prepared. Anything that is prepared, the cities did on their own. Everything in Kansas, they've been doing for the last 18 months. There's been nothing done by the actual American government or like at the federal level. It's all at the state level or city level.
Yeah.
I was told that he won the election, though. He told me. He told everyone that he won the election.
I don't believe any elections anymore at this point.
I agree. I agree. I mean, I think that the comment that you made, which is they have these elections every 4 years, but whoever you vote for, you always get a Israeli president.
You always get John McCain.
It's the Netanyahu meme. Every president has Netanyahu's face.
Chris is exhausted. I can tell. Are you fading, Chris, and you have to get going?
Yeah, I'm gonna get ready slowly for my next flight so I can get out of here.
Going home to your real home now, back to Moscow.
Back to Moscow.
Chris, can I ask you a question before you go? If you fly to South America, would you be able to fly to South America and then go to Mexico?
It's a possibility. I have to check. It's a possibility, for example, to fly to like Brazil or Colombia or Panama and then fly up to Mexico.
Can you take a straight shot to Cuba from Russia?
No, Cuba.
You got to fly
from Russia to Cuba passes Florida airspace.
No, okay.
You have to go down. You have to go all the way down. You have to pass through that area between the Atlantic that goes in between Africa and South America. That's the route you want to take.
This is retarded.
I know.
Beyond.
This is insane. Like, I can understand not being allowed entry. I can't understand not being allowed in the airspace. This is insane.
Yeah. But that's disgusting. He's an American. Why shouldn't he be allowed to go into his own country?
They hate us. Nobody hates Americans more than the American government.
I'm not only an American, I'm an elected politician.
Yeah, he's an elected official.
I'm still an elected official. Until January, I am an elected official in the state of Vermont. I'm also a notary. I'm a commissioner of deeds.
You're a notary?
Yeah, I'm a notary in Vermont, a notary in New Hampshire, and a commissioner of deeds in New Hampshire. That's how they treat me.
This is how they treat our notaries. Can you believe it?
I know. Come
Our
on.
public servants.
Notary lives matter.
Chris is so random. He's like, I'm a notary. What?
Yeah.
Nobody is a notary. Only Chris. So hard to find a notary.
Dr. Hilali. Dr. Hilali, my brother.
This is
I will say this. At the end of the month, you and I are going to be very close. In fact, we're going to be in hugging distance. So I will see you.
Inshallah. I look forward to it. When are you coming over, mate?
Probably 26, 27.
Of June or July?
Of June.
Go on June 26th. That's when I'm going to the game.
Yes.
You're going to be here for Agha's funeral then?
He's going to the funeral.
Sure. course.
Oh, okay.
Of
That's
course.
fantastic.
Azizam, you think I would miss it?
No,
Not for the world.
I don't
Nima,
expect
you should go too.
Yeah, I don't think I can because I've got so much work to do. But I've not been able to. I'm planning on going next year. When to
I'll
do
go with
some,
Nima then. Chris and Hans goes together. I'll go with Nima.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, because I want to do it next year because there's a couple of media things I've been talking with them about doing, and I'm actually planning on doing some things in the summer.
Before you go, Chris, this quote was really sweet. We will walk, Comrade Chris, no fly. We will walk.
Let's walk. I'm ready.
I love that.
I'm ready to walk
And
on
we
water.
love you. We love you, Chris. Put a smile on. This too shall pass. I think you just looked tired, a little pensive.
I am tired. I am tired. Does Chris speak Farsi? Everybody always asks me. Farsi balad nistam. Helikam. Not like my Greek, which is fluent, sadly, you know.
And someone asked all three of you, how hard is it to become an Iranian citizen?
I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know.
I know.
Honestly don't know.
I know. So an Iranian citizen. So if you are a man and you have children, all the children are Iranian citizens by law. If you are a woman and you have children, none of them are Iranian citizens by law. If your husband is not Iranian, that's it. There you go. Welcome.
Oh wow, that was easy. I don't.
Yes.
So that means you're an Iranian then, Chris.
Oh, of course, I have dual citizenship. Absolutely.
That's probably why you got banned.
Well, I mean, I've had dual citizenship technically since day one.
They're taking that. There's been a huge ramp up in that, seizing properties of dual Iranian citizens, taking away their passports.
You think I don't have anything left there? Yeah. By the way, isn't that Iranian song? I'm trying to remember from World Cup. What was it? 96, 97, 90. What was the one where we beat the US?
98.
Oh my God. I'll never forget the screams, the hollering. And it was like, you remember the song? It was like, Bachaha Mochakirim.
Oh, yeah.
Iran.
How do you remember this shit, Chris?
I remember.
Seriously,
It was.
I mean, I'm an Iranian and I'm older than you, and I don't remember this shit.
It was the best.
That's mad.
Yeah. Well, you need
and he can't even speak Iranian.
I know, I can't speak it that well. I understand.
Chris is like traveling with a one-man band. There's always a song he's singing or humming or dancing. So
it's true. Sarah, poor Sarah, at the end of our trip in Iraq.
No, I loved it. Not poor Sarah.
She was like,
Chris,
son of a
I need
gun,
to ask you a question. I need to ask Chris before you go. I need to ask you a question.
Sure.
And it's not really about football, but it's to do with Israel. I want to ask you a question. Are you a person that believes in the one-state solution referendum or a two-state solution? Which one do you believe in?
No, it has to be a one state. There's no two state anymore. It's not possible at this point, two state. It's not possible.
Who are the people behind the two-state solution?
The Arabs.
Which governments?
Liberal Zionists on one side, or labor Zionists on one side. And on the other side, liberal Arabs or Arab secularists who want to have a little carve out. They don't want to buck the system.
Which countries are we talking? Are we talking about Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Emirates?
Yeah, all of them. All of them are two-state solutions.
So all of them want two-state. Who out of the Arab nations wants a one-state solution?
Well, I mean, de facto, Algeria believes in a one-state solution.
Iraq won't acknowledge Israel.
Iran. Well, Iran's not Arab. Syria under Assad was that way. Libya under Gaddafi was that way. Sudan under Bashir was that way.
So what am I right in thinking? The reason I'm asking this is because you're a geopolitical strategist, and I've wanted to find out the heart and the core of this, and I know you want to go to bed. So basically, the countries that have been destroyed by the American alliance are all the ones that wanted to have the one-state solution, from what you've just said.
Correct.
Even in Saudi's recent rejection of the Abraham Accords, they cited the two-state solution. So they're still holding on to the two-state solution.
I look at. Go on.
The
Sorry,
two-state solution. No, it's okay. The two-state solution is de facto the position of the United Nations and also the position of the international communist and socialist movements. But for us, like Workers' Party, American Communist Party, other communist and socialist movements that are much more revolutionary, they see one-state solution as the only possibility.
What are the Russians?
Well, okay, this is very complicated because Russia also has its own Jewish autonomous region, Birobidzhan. I don't know if you know.
No.
Yeah, so Russia, so before Israel was created, Birobidzhan was created.
Russia gave them a state. Said, go
yeah,
over
Russia
there.
gave them a state. But it was next to Mongolia, and they didn't want to be there. They were like, what's here? It's just for tundra. We don't want to be there. So they didn't go there. They even had the menorah as a symbol.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And they went to Israel instead?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and then he went to Israel instead.
There's no geostrategic value to the Jewish autonomous oblast over in the far east of Russia.
Yes,
they don't
sandwich between Mongolia, Russia, and China. I don't think so.
Too insignificant.
And do you think this war that's taking place right now is impacted the one-state solution side more than the two-state, or is it still dominant two-state?
I think, well, it's still dominant two-state at the political level. I think at the basic level amongst people, they understand that the one state is the only solution.
So the people of the region are saying we'd like to have a one state, but the actual government, much like the people hate the government and hate Israel and would like to see them stop being part of a genocide, the people would like to see a one state solution in Saudi Arabia, Emirates and Qatar and these places. But the governments choose not to because they don't
I want a
upset
lot of
the
one-state
Israelis.
solutions. I want a one-state solution in Iraq and Kuwait. I want a one-state solution in Iran and Bahrain. I want a one-state solution in Palestine. There's a lot of one-state solution in Yemen. There's a lot of one-state solutions I'm rooting for.
Listen. The one thing I would say is that the one state is untenable for the Israelis because they will become a minority overnight. And they can't have that.
But the thing is, because part of the one-state solution actually has written in it that it's the right to return for all Palestinians, correct?
Correct. So they will definitely be a minority.
So how many of them are there in the diaspora outside?
12 to 15 million.
So it's 12. Oh my God, yeah, they'd get absolutely annihilated unless every Jewish person from New York and everywhere else went back home as well.
They still would be outnumbered. They still would be. Yeah.
Well, let's go for that one-state solution then.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
It's the only one that has always been. I remember when 20 years ago, when there was talk of whether the majority of the world was on the two-state solution, I was completely against it because there's no such thing as a two. You don't walk into someone's house, take half of it, and say now we're two states. No, it's still his house. It will be Palestine today, tomorrow, until the end of time.
Correct.
I'm sorry, but it's as simple as that. It was always a ridiculous bullshit idea, and now it's thankfully in the shit house where it belongs, and it will be a one-state solution. It's going to be like I think the South African model is why I think the only way that this is forward, and that is a one state where everyone is equal with the same responsibilities and rights under the law. Simple as it gets, not harder than that.
No, of course, I agree with you, 100%.
Well, let's open my eyes up. Thank you, Chris.
And Jerusalem as its undivided capital. Full stop.
Easy, Nima. Love you.
Jerusalem.
You know how much I like Israel, don't you?
Jerusalem as the undivided capital of Palestine. Full stop. Finished.
Undivided eternal capital of Palestine.
Exactly.
You guys are on fire tonight, man.
Yeah.
Persian supremacy.
Get ready. Abujan, get ready. We're going to have some kubi there. We're going to have some gorma sabzi, you and me together. Bah, bah, bah.
100%.
He sent me a video, Haz, of him having fresh squeezed pomegranate juice.
Yeah, he's a jerk. He sends us all these awesome videos of him.
What are you doing?
I have never been more jealous of a human being in my life, I think, than when he did that.
I have 10 of those that I buy every day, and I put them in my fridge. And all the guys who are part of the team that I'm working with, they go and help themselves, and I have 3 a day, I think, and it's just so good. It revitalizes my body, my blood, my everything.
People in the chat were talking about how great he looked. I said looks the best I've ever seen him look. It's because he's home.
It's true.
I've known you for 2.5 years. This is the best I've seen you look. You're so.
I am a good-looking guy, though. Let me
You
just
are.
be
Well,
fair.
all the Iranian men are. Did you see the team? My God.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Did you see the
Jeez.
comments? Did you see the comments? There was they released, I think I can't remember which Instagram account it was, and it was just a picture of the players with their suits and whatnot. The comments were comedy.
Oh my God.
I was laughing. Oh, the women
Probably
women
so
are crazy,
inappropriate.
man.
American women are a mess.
I was laughing so
But you know
much.
what? I remember in other World Cups as well, that wherever the Iranian team went, women were just drooling all over.
They're too handsome. Like usually soccer players are handsome. They're supposed to be it's kind of good looking for the game. They don't have any business being that handsome. It's kind of weird.
Thank you.
I know. It's a blessing and a curse. What can I say?
A blessing and a curse. Oh, thank you very much, Will, for your support. And someone said, well, that's Mike. Mikey, we love you so much, Unc. Mikey from Kansas, where they have cartoons, public broadcasting all about Algeria. It's like an entire state movement now. It's so incredible. I'm going to leave you guys with this really cool, not cool, but really poignant sort of animation about kind of keeping Palestine in mind and Iran and Lebanon and Syria during this World Cup season. So I'm going to end the stream now. Do any of you guys have any final thoughts from Iran, Beijing, or Sweden?
Love you all.
Yeah,
Good
I'll
to
be very
see you.
quick and say, I just want to say thank you so much for inviting me, Sarah. Chris, it's so nice being on a panel with you. And Nima, you're an absolute genius, mate. I think that's got legs. So,
I am Iranian. Don't forget. We got to get together.
Yeah.
Go to the
Hashtag
Telegram
I am
chat.
Iranian.
Hashtag I am Iranian.
I love it.
That's
We'll
it.
start working
I love
on
it.
that. And we will see you guys all on Sunday. If my Bolivian guys are watching, please don't think I forgot about you. Tell Trump to stop messing with Iran and we will get the Bolivia episode done, I promise. Other than that, guys, please stay safe, stay honest, and stay vigilant. What does Albert say? Truthers united, we will never be defeated or divided.
I love it.
This time for Palestine. You guys, thank you, Haas. Thank you, Nima. And Chris, safe flight. And we will see you all on Sunday.
Thank you so much.
Take care, guys. Bless you. Thank you very much.
Let's love
Bye-bye.
everyone.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2026 World